boxing IQ. He's a very good fighter. He's stronger. He's very compact. He's like a bull, you know. He's a smart guy.
Well, Gennady Golovkin responds, and this is what he had to say, quote, he says, Terence Crawford won't have a problem with Canelo's power because he doesn't...
But could possibly be the end for him because Bud has what it takes. I'm not saying Bud will win, but I'm just saying he has what it takes. He's not a
unified middleweight champion has been inside the ring with Canelo Alvarez 3 times, pushing the Mexican superstar to his limits in one of boxing's most heated rivalries. So, speaks about Canelo's upcoming super fight against Terence "Bud" Crawford. The boxing world pays attention. And his latest words have sent shockwaves across the sport. Golovkin didn't mince words.
This is more interesting.
Gennady, let me ask you this. You were there ringside. You saw Canelo.
Yeah.
Did he look better than what he did in the second fight with you? Does he look like he's improving and getting better?
Marcos, I told you just, every opponent gives you different. Every fight is different. Two fights I had, 2 fights with him. First fight and second fight is different, just.
He believes Canelo Alvarez won't survive against Terence Crawford. To many, that's a stunning prediction, considering Alvarez's reputation as one of the greatest boxers of his generation. Perspective carries a layer of truth only a man who has fought Canelo multiple times can provide. Let's break down what Golovkin meant, why he sees Crawford as the bigger threat, and how this prediction adds more fuel to what might be the most important boxing match of the Seoul. Their trilogy was brutal, technical, and controversial. The first fight in 2017 ended in a split draw, a decision many believed Golovkin deserved. The rematch in 2018 gave
Everybody's trying to gauge how this fight is going to play out. They anticipate this fight. They want to know how this fight is going to play out. And Gennady Golovkin gives his 2 cents. As his trainer, Abel has been on social media doing multiple interviews and stating that Terence Crawford is simply too small and he's going to lose, right? And Gennady Golovkin, as Abel Sanchez is saying that he's going to get knocked out, right? Because it's too much power. Well, but Gennady Golovkin responds, and this is what he had to say, quote, he says, Terence Crawford won't have a problem with Canelo's power because he doesn't have any power. He said, I fought Canelo at 160 and at 68, and I could say he has fast punches, he has fast combinations, but I wouldn't say there were a lot of power there, or power punches, or knockout punches. You saw that. You saw this clean.
Canelo a razor-thin majority decision win, and their third clash in 2022 saw Alvarez win more convincingly. Golovkin has felt Canelo's power, tested his chin, and analyzed his style in ways most fighters never will. So when he warns that Alvarez may not survive against Crawford, it's not just trash talk. It's the perspective of someone who knows what Canelo does well, and more importantly, where he struggles. Crawford is one of the most adaptable fighters in boxing. He can switch from orthodox to southpaw seamlessly, read his opponent in the early rounds, and then take control as the fight progresses.
They'll see this as a one-sided beatdown in favor of Canelo Alvarez. Former Golovkin trainer Abel Sanchez, who's been very critical as of lately and said that Canelo will just play with Terence Crawford and by the second half, it'll just be like a sparring session. Sanchez said that Canelo will not only dictate the pace throughout the evening, if Triple G himself couldn't even hurt Canelo, then Crawford's chances are definitely not that great. Sanchez said, quote, Crawford is a great fighter, but that's why weight divisions exist. Neither Bivol could hurt him, nor could my fighter in 2 fights. Triple G's former trainer has also repeatedly emphasized that Crawford should have moved up in weight class a long time ago, and that his jump should have been more gradual and steady, and suggested that skipping divisions will definitely play a role in him potentially losing badly.
Golovkin pointed out that Alvarez sometimes struggles with fighters who bring movement, angles, and unpredictability, something Crawford thrives on. While Canelo has fought bigger punchers, Crawford's gift isn't raw knockout power, It's timing. His ability to catch opponents when they least expect it has led to some of the most shocking finishes in boxing. Golovkin suggested that Canelo's aggressive forward style could play right into Crawford's trap. GGG highlighted that Crawford's intelligence inside the ring may be the deciding factor, whereas many of Canelo's opponents freeze under pressure or fall into his rhythm. Crawford has shown he can stay calm, pick his spots, and execute strategy.
Hey boxing fans, remember the epic Golovkin-Canelo trilogy? Well, get this. GGG once spilled the tea on Canelo's punching power, and it's not what you'd expect. Picture this. 2 legends, 3 fights, and a whole lot of controversy. GGG said Canelo's punches were fast, but not knockout material. Can you believe it? He claimed those clean shots brought no results. Now, fast forward to today. GGG's been out of the ring since their last bout, but rumors are swirling about a comeback. Meanwhile, Canelo's gearing up for a massive showdown with Terence Crawford. The big question is, will
mid-fight. The biggest debate surrounding this super fight is size. Canelo Alvarez is naturally the bigger man, having fought as high as light heavyweight. Crawford, on the other hand, has only recently become undisputed at welterweight. Many analysts argue that the weight difference will be too much for Crawford to handle, but Golovkin believes otherwise. He pointed out that Alvarez's size doesn't always guarantee dominance, especially against fighters who rely on speed and angles rather than trading power shots. We've seen this before. Dimitri Bivol, a light heavyweight, outboxed Canelo in 2022 despite Alvarez's power and experience. Golovkin reminded fans of that loss, saying it exposed vulnerabilities in Alvarez's style that Crawford could also exploit. But he insists that Crawford's style is uniquely...
Canelo is the guy, right? But everybody know that shit got to come to an end one day. Nothing is forever. And I'm not saying this is now. I'm not saying that. But Bud could possibly be the end for him because Bud has what it takes. I'm not saying Bud will win, but I'm just saying he has what it takes. He's not afraid of Canelo. You know what I'm saying? 2, he has the skills to be able to deal with Canelo. Does he have the power? I don't know, but he is a puncher. He's a puncher because his record says so. You know what I'm saying? Canelo is a puncher as well. So what I see is a great respect for each other, but after 4 rounds, I see a war breaking out. And whoever can stand it, meaning whoever can take that shit that's coming their way, that's who wins the fight. You know
Man, I don't know if Bud wants that. I don't know if Bud wants a war with that dude.
Yeah,
but granted, he got a granted ass chin. But you saying he's a puncher because his record says so. So you gotta assume that you making the assumption that he can crack. Because Arrow said he can crack. That's what Arrow came out. Arrow, I think, said he thought, was getting Canelo. I don't know whether that's, him trying to pay.
Suited to dismantle those strengths. Where others stand in front of Canelo and get broken down, Crawford has the ability to frustrate. Another element Golovkin hinted at is psychology. Canelo thrives when opponents fear his power or get overwhelmed by the occasion. Crawford, however, has ice in his veins. From his dominance over Errol Spence Jr. to his willingness to take on anyone, anywhere, Crawford has shown that the spotlight doesn't shake him, it fuels him. Golovkin suggested that Canelo could face something he hasn't dealt with in years, an opponent who isn't just...
Obviously, there was triumph for you there, not just going the distance, but going the distance with severe injury as well, right?
Of course, yeah, and I think that just... I want to be a trainer where I can go to people, look, I don't want to tell them things and they go, right, well, listen to him because he's been there, he's done it himself. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be telling them to run through walls and not having done it myself. Like, if you need to bite down and push through because you still got a shot in this game, then do it. And listen, I've stood there toe to toe with one of the greatest pound fighters out there, nose broken in the second, and pushed him to the 12th final round. But I know now I can call on that in the future with fighters I train and just say, look, now you've got to dig deep, now you've got to...
Want to survive, but wants to dominate him mentally and physically. Golovkin's prediction has already sparked debates across the boxing world. If Crawford defeats Canelo, it would shatter them.
The sellout to his people? Really? This what Terence Crawford's team had to say. in reference to Jerome Bruce and is the former unified champion of the welterweight division, training and sparring with Canelo Alvarez.
He sold out. That's all I can say. He sold out now.
It's pathetic, man. Because he's a sellout because he's training with Canelo. Hey, yo, Bernie the Boxer and people that and Terence Crawford's members that feel this way.
Limits in one of boxing's most heated rivalries. So, speaks about Canelo's upcoming super fight against Terence "Bud" Crawford. The boxing world pays attention. And his latest words have sent shockwaves across the sport. Golovkin didn't mince words. He believes Canelo Alvarez won't survive against Terence Crawford. To many, that's a stunning prediction, considering Alvarez's reputation.
More towards Canelo, because like I said before, he been putting big guys out and down, and Canelo not even really a 68-pounder. He probably really should be at 60, maybe, and he been hurting these guys. I think he be dropping these guys and things like that. So, and them guys be way bigger than him come fight night. I know that for sure. They be probably close to 200 pounds, and he dropping those guys like that. So, I don't know. It's gonna be a great fight. The fans want to see it. So, so be it. I think Crawford should take a warm-up fight. At like 60 or like at least at 60, just to get his body, to fill up somebody a little bit bigger, and things like that. I know when you go up in weight, you gotta, develop that power and not develop the power, but like put that muscle on and be heavier and things like that. So he might not want to take a fight because he's trying to build up right now, but I think he should just to stay.
As one of the greatest boxers of his generation, perspective carries a layer of truth only a man who has fought Canelo multiple times can provide. Let's break down what Golovkin meant, why he sees Crawford as the bigger threat, and how this prediction adds more fuel to what might be the most important boxing match of the Seoul. Their trilogy was brutal, technical, and controversial. The first fight in 2017 ended in a split draw, a decision many believed Golovkin deserved. The rematch in 2018 gave Canelo a razor-thin majority decision win, and their third clash in 2022 saw Alvarez win more convincingly. Golovkin has felt Canelo's power.
September 13th. Who do you think's going to win that?
I'm pulling for Crawford in this one. I think people was underestimating his strength right now and his size. And I think he's a little more hungry than Canelo. So let's see though. But I like both guys. But I'm a little closer to Crawford, so I want to see Crawford can take it.
And lastly, quick mention on IBA Pro. Interesting concept that people records on the line. So I know in boxing, people don't like risking their own and things. Do you feel like this is a step forward? This could become a major player in boxing?
I think it definitely can. I mean, any opportunity makes.
Tested his chin and analyzed his style in ways most fighters never will. So when he warns that Alvarez may not survive against Crawford, it's not just trash talk. It's the perspective of someone who knows what Canelo does well, and more importantly, where he struggles. Crawford is one of the most adaptable fighters in boxing. He can switch from orthodox to southpaw seamlessly, read his opponent in the early rounds, and then take control as the fight progresses. Golovkin pointed out that Alvarez sometimes struggles with fighters who bring movement, angles, and unpredictability,